Hey friends, how's it going? I've got a window opening that is going to receive what many would refer to like a plate glass is going to be sitting inside it. So I need to make some stop molding for it. I need to paint the stop molding, and I love to paint. In my particular situation, it needs to be a hardwood stop molding. You may have a situation somewhere where you're thinking about putting in a piece of what you might refer to as plate glass. Now there's a lot of different kinds of glasses. There's laminated glass, plate glass, plated glass, stained glass, antique glass, faceted glass. If you have any questions about what kind of glass you should get, probably consult with a local glass company and they can help you out, because there are different requirements based on where the window is. Its proximity to a door, for example, changes the kind of glass you have to have. How high it is from the floor level up to the bottom of the window, it changes what kind of glass is required. So making sure that whatever glass you put in the opening meets the requirements. Shouldn't take me that long. Show you a picture of the dynamics, if you will, of this little simple project. And it might be something you can use, might be something that you're planning to do around your house or in a barn or anything that you're going to fill in a window. I'm going to operate to where I want to show you this. What I got in there. Let me show you this drawing here of the situation that I'm working with. This is the jamb of my opening, maybe the jamb of your opening. The black line here in the middle represents where the glass is going, and then the red is the stop mold. So I'll put a stop mold on the inside and a stop mold on the outside of the glass, all the way around the perimeter of that glass. That will hold it in place. You can secure your stop mold with nails or screws or whatever you're going into. My jamb happens to be aluminum, so I'm going to be screwing my stop mold into the jamb. My jamb height from inside of the jamb at the top to the inside of the bottom is 67 3/8. And the same thing with the width. From here on the inside to the inside is 67 3/8. So that's the numbers that I'm working with, and you'll need to know that number for two reasons. One, you'll need to know that number for how large to make your glass, and you don't want to, like in this situation here, I would be a fool to cut the glass 67 3/8. That leaves me no margin for error, and especially on a wood jamb, you'll have bumps and bows and whatever imperfections. So you need to give yourself a little play on that glass. Probably, it depends on how true and everything is, but it's not going to hurt you if you do a 1/4 inch shy of your opening. So let's say if your opening were to be 67 3/8, then have the glass cutter cut your glass at 67 1/8. That way you'd have a 1/8 of an inch space on each side to be able to easily fit that glass in there. You don't want to, you do not want to try to force glass into an opening. Glass doesn't force very well. That's the dynamics of my little situation. Now let me have some fun and make some sawdust and some stop mold. I've got some walnut over here that I cut a couple of weeks ago, and I just checked the moisture on it. It's at 15%, and I'm sure if I cut it into stop, shoot, I believe I'm gonna make it out of walnut. I'm gonna make some walnut stop molding. One of the most important tools in the carpenter's tool bag is a pencil. I can't start my day without it. If I don't have a pencil, it's going to be a long day. Actually, I just have to stop work and go find a pencil. I need it 68 3/4. Got a little split here on the end, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm just going to go ahead and make it 70 inches long. But just checked the moisture on it at 15%. Now that thing is not straight. So what I need to do is find me something that is straight. Like that right there. When you're using a table saw, you want your blade just up a little bit higher than the material you're cutting. So what I'm going to do here now, follow along with me. I'll put that straight edge against that edge right over there. And this thing's crooked. One edge is a little better than the other. And so I'll run them through together. Well, let me just show you. I can show you, but I can tell you. But I've now got it straight as a string. Stick that in the planer. I've got a good straight board. I've cleaned it down just slightly over a 1/2 inch thick. I think I'll rip them at 5/8. Well, that's some pretty stuff. Now I have a special situation on my window. The guy I'm working with sent me dimensions. I don't know if you can see that or not. I need to put a 1/8 inch notch, 21 11/16 to 22 11/16 up from the bottom. This is where I really need to get into a sharp pencil. And that is 21 11/16 up from the bottom to 22 11/16. And so I'm going to take out 1/8 of an inch, and the easiest tool to do that with will be this radial arm saw. See that? Like I say, the glass we're putting in is in 2 panels, so it's going to be divided by this H-bar, which carries the weight. And one piece of glass, we'll get that blue plastic off of there. So the bottom piece of glass sit like that, and the top piece of glass will go in it like that. Okay, and so to stop, get this turned around here. So the stop mold is going to be on the outside here, and it's going to carry the weight of this H-bar. So I need to notch it. See that 1/8 inch? I need to notch it on. I don't know if that made sense, but let me do it, and then I can show it. So there's what it's going to look like. Here's my stop mold. And that fits right in there like that. And the glass fit right like that. At the bottom and at the top. Now all I need to do is cut these to length, and got to paint them up. So sides going first, and the other two need to be 66 3/8. So there's my 4 pieces of stop molding. Like I say, the moisture is still a little bit high on those, so I'm not going to put paint on them right now. I'm going to secure them, weight them down. As small as they are, won't take no time to dry. So that's my little